Sup my dudes, Valkyrja, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the 4th abundance character ever in the game, Lynx. Should you summon for her? How good is she going to be? We're about to find out because I'm going to be going over her kit today. Have a gist of it, but I don't know the specifics, and that's what I'm going to be figuring out. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. Base stats, she's obviously an HP based character, so she has pretty high base stat, 100 base speed, pretty standard. Nothing kind of crazy here. Her normal is 50% of her max HP, so she does have max HP scaling on her normal, pretty good. And then her skill applies survival response to a single target ally, increases her max HP by 7.5% of Lynx's max HP plus 200. The target ally is on a path of destruction or preservation. The chances of being attacked by enemies will greatly increase. Survival response lasts for 2 turns. Restores the target's HP by 12% of Lynx's max HP plus 320. And we have a bonus trace here that I already pulled up. After a target with survival response is hit, Lynx regenerates 2 energy immediately. Pretty good all in all. This is the one thing that a lot of people are focusing on, is this skill specifically because it lasts 2 turns, and it basically makes it so you can dictate who they're targeting without having to have March's shield on. Just really good in general. I'm really excited to pair this up with Clara. I know a lot of people are wanting to pair it up with Blade for the big Blade follow-up attack, but I think with Clara this could be really nasty because Clara already has a bunch of like aggro pull. And this is going to be a way to make it so she can pull aggro, because she has a bunch of damage reduction. So she can pull a bunch of aggro and basically just be a full-on tank, while also dealing tons of damage and generating a bunch of ult charge using this. This seems really, really good, personally. So then we get into her ultimate. Dispels 1 debuff from all allies and immediately restores their respective HP by an amount equal to 13.5% of Lynx's max HP plus 360. So 14% of her max HP. So nothing crazy on the heels. 14% of the max HP is like what? If she's at like, let's make it a crazy number. Let's say she's at 8k, so that's like almost 1,000. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad, but that's not crazy. She seems to be kind of lacking in the healing department so far, but I haven't read the rest of her kit, so that opinion could change. But this debuff dispel is really, really good. So it just lets you do a full cleanse, which is good for removing like things like the big old fat guy's frost that he can apply on you in MOC. That's really annoying debuff. It slows you. It's stuff like that is really, really annoying. And she can remove it from the whole team, so that's really, really cool, actually. Then her talent, when using Lynx's skill or ultimate, applies continuous healing to a target for 2 turns. Here's what I was looking for. Healing, actual healing. Okay, so when using her skill or ultimate, applies continuous healing to a target ally for 2 turns. Restoring a target ally's HP by an amount equal to 3.6% of her max HP plus 96 at the start of each turn. If the target has survival response, the continuous healing effect additionally restores. So this is additive to the 3.6. Additionally restores HP by an amount equal to 4.5% of her max HP plus 120. So all in all, you're looking at, what is this? 8.1% max HP if you're healing somebody that already has the survival response on them. Other than that, it's just an additive, like just a little bonus continuous healing of 3.6. Pretty good. It increases the chance to resist character control debuffs by 35%. What is this, like anybody that's applied to? Is this what this is? Continuous healing on an ally, restoring an HP. Is this, I don't know. Okay, so maybe you guys in the comments know, does this apply to her or to people she's restoring it to? Because if so, that's pretty good. I mean, it's good regardless, because you really don't want your abundance characters to get CC'd. But if she can apply it to other characters, that's really good as well. Extends the duration of the continuous healing effect granted by a talent for 1 turn. So this is an, oh yeah, continuous healing for 2 turns. This turns into 3 turns. So essentially it's 3 turns. That's pretty good. Her technique, after Lynx uses her technique at the start of battle, all allies are granted her talent's continuous healing. So all of her healing is basically right here for 2 turns. So her technique just applies this for 2 turns. That's pretty damn good, actually. The fact that it's a talent, something that's just going to like passively be constantly active, to the point if you have her on energy regen, she has continuous healing applied for 3 turns, which is like the same duration as Loge's field. And if you're generating 50 energy a turn, or 50 energy every 2 turns because you're doing her skill, then a normal skill, normal skill, normal to keep that skill up. On high uptime, she has an ult cost of how much is the real question here. Does it tell me if I look at details? No, is this it right here? It's got to be the 100, right? So she can keep this virtually on the entire team on 100% uptime with that trace. So we'll look at Eidolons in a second, but she can keep this on 100% uptime with the continuous healing effect because of the trace, because she's going to be doing skill, then basic, skill, basic, skill, basic. And she's going to refund 5 energy, not to mention she gets hit at all. Like, if you have her next to whoever your destruction is that you're putting the skill on constantly, so she takes that splash damage and generates energy that way, plus energy regeneration. And plus the traces, so she's able to generate energy like that. Yeah, she's going to be ulting basically every 2 to 3 turns. And she's going to have pretty much 100% uptime on the talent. So yeah, no. I said, where's the healing? I found it. She is basically a perma Locha shield. Or Locha flower. You know how Locha puts his field up? This is basically that, but permanent. So doesn't quite have the like passive healing capabilities of Locha, but it's definitely going to be really, really good. So does this kind of fully replaces Bailu, doesn't it? Am I wrong? But doesn't this fully like replace what Bailu's effect is? Like, if you guys don't know, anytime you get hit whenever Bailu's ultimate is active or whenever she uses her technique, she applies an effect. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me right now. But you basically generate HP anytime you get hit. And this just makes it so you generate HP at the start of your turn, whether you get hit or not, whenever you have this effect applied to you. This seems really damn good. Maybe I'm missing something, but this seems really, really strong. So now we'll look at our Eidolons. When healing allies with HP equal to 2 or lower than 50%, her outgoing healing increases by 20%. This effect also works on continuous healing. That's broken. If it didn't have that, I was like, oh, that's okay. Then I read that last line. That's really, really strong. Target with survival response can resist debuff applications for 1 time. That's broken as hell too. Okay, so a lot of the powers in the Eidolons. When survival response is gained, increases the target's attack by an amount equal to 3% of her max HP for 1 turn. So if she's at basically... this is just going to be rough head math. If she's at like 8k HP, what is 10% of 8k is 800, take it down to 400, then we're at like 350-ish, basically. 350 attack, roughly. That sounds okay. It doesn't sound crazy, but hey, it's better than nothing, you know? Additionally, boosts the max HP, increasing effect of survival response by an amount equal to 6% of your max HP, and increases effective res by 30%. So it turns it into a total of how much? 13.5% of her max HP. That's really good because restores it by 12%. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, no, that's just good. There's nothing else about it. So I feel like her strongest Eidolons are actually her first 2. I feel like past that, it's like, this is like nice, but this isn't as good as these 2. Like, these 2 are broken. So she's really good at low Eidolon numbers. She seems to just be better than Bailu straight up. Which makes her better than Natasha. I don't know if she'll have the raw healing. The only question I have is sometimes with Locha, the healing he provides, because it's all passive, isn't enough. So is the healing from her ultimate alone to be enough of a burst heal to kind of surpass the fact that all of her healing is basically passive on like player turn? So essentially, you should be able to dictate who they're attacking. So it shouldn't be a big deal because you have like characters like Clara with damage reduction, or you have characters like Blade that are getting attacked that have ways to basically heal themselves as they're taking attacks. Or you have characters like Fushuan or Japard with the self-revive, Fushuan with the really big damage reduction. There's basically a multitude of ways to kind of utilize this to the point where it shouldn't be an issue. But I know sometimes using Locha, the passive healing isn't enough. So I'm curious if this is going to be enough to actually fully sustain the team. But it should be, because that's a team-wide burst heal with a cleanse. That team-wide cleanse is actually really nice. So yeah, I think she's absolutely bonkers. I don't know, maybe I'm the one that's bonkers, maybe I'm crazy, but I think she just straight up became, or she's just straight up the second best abundance character in the game, but the second best out of 4. Reading her kit, it just seems like it provides more than Bailu's. Bailu's mostly around the revive, and Bailu can heal a lot with her skill, but this is all passive healing, and it just seems like the passive healing is better than Bailu's passive healing, and the ability to dictate who they're targeting is very, very big. That cannot be understated how big that is, and she has just a massive cleanse that is just a team-wide cleanse, and that's also very big. That's really, really good. Now, I can see potentially an issue if you don't have ultimate up and somebody gets CC'd and you need to cleanse them now. That could be an issue because she doesn't have access to like a immediate cleanse, but I'm going to break that down to probably more of a skill issue because you knew you were going against an enemy that could do that could CC you, and you didn't save ultimate for a clutch moment. So that sounds like skill issue to me, personally. That sounds like a little bit of skill issue. She seems really, really broken. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But yeah, I think she's just absolutely the second best abundance character in the game. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.